Yes. Oh yes, of course. Well, that would be a thingy, I suppose. Goodness gracious. And again, son. Well, this is in any case something I would refer to as the mystery font. Gracious. We are the reality distortion fielding. We are the reality distortion fielding. We are the reality distortion fielding. The falsehood will demonize your sensitivity. The falsehood will claim the press is our enemy. Oh, to cry fake news, yet preempt all remedy, betrays false identity. We are the reality falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts are factual actually. We are the reality distortion fielding. We are the reality distortion fielding. The falsehood will tell you not to question, just believe. The falsehood will rob you of the choice you would perceive. We are the reality distortion we are the reality distortion We are the reality distortion fielding. The falsehood will tell you it's the one falsehood will sort out intuition knows things. We are the reality, distortion It's fun to play a song on a new instrument, or an instrument that you haven't really as much acuity on or haven't played that piece on. I like that. It's the mystery font. Good golly, it's looking bright and such. Maybe it's the lights. Maybe it's the lights. One might adjust and find out. All right, very well, very well. Let's look at this thing. Well, first of all, right off the bat, and most likely this, and also some of that, I think we have. There we are, a little better. Welcome. Burgles needed some assistance to move. And Burgles has stolen away somewhere, certainly around. I don't have any sense that Burgles has reversed course, but where is Burgles? Where is Burgles? I do see the outline and the obscured abyss. There's a resonance making its way here still as well, and it's frankly, I think, related to Burgles. I think it may be Burgles. Essentially, that is, I think that that resonance in there, which some of you have seen before here at the Mystery Font, that resonance is possibly what is coming, possibly Burgles itself, or what Burgles is a representation of. It's contained. I don't think that he can see us, but I can see an image of the falsehood. Later on, we'll see if we can coax a vision of that. Actually, we can come close. Who is the falsehood? Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? A man who learned long ago to cloud humans' minds so they cannot see him. A shadow able to cloak from notice, from apprehension, the falsehood, who has donned an age of falsehood, and as a cowl, as a hood and an identity, a false identity, who has donned the falsehood. a ball of yarn is a clue. A yarn is a tale, a story. A yarn is fabric. It is DNA, potentially. A yarn is a story. And a ball of yarn is called a clue. Can we let you I think we're looking for something not quite there. That's better. Oh. But, why? Right. That's what I want, I think. I think I know what I want. I don't understand. No. I'm bringing together a way that the font can display for us, or, act as that. Just translate better. And so this, it's something. I think if we can lose the opacity, then I like the way that this readout works, because I can draw this myself in space, but also when there's not one more of me here, it means I can have things like this pre-recorded, but also have them work as they could in a live performance with more people, and thus to create things that have information and graphics and effects like this. And gosh, this is interesting. Darken. No, I do like that. I don't know why we can't. That's more like it, I think. That's kind of more what I think would hope for. That's more or less it, yeah. I suppose the background's a little bright, you know. How about, I mean, if we do contain it to an area, it's actually where I think it was drawn originally, actually, more or less. There we are. Who is that? Who could that be? That couldn't be the pernicious. The falsehood. I think it is. You don't want to get hokum all over me. I mean, I've been around hokum here before, that's for sure. But this is part of how the falsehood looks when shown on video or in a live setting. If you were here, we would dim the lights a bit, but this is what you see here. We would do this, and that's basically what you'd get. I guess I could put up the screen now and do that too, but to be able to talk about it and refer to it and see it playing out such that I can think about it differently than demonstrating it is also helpful. At any rate, this is the mystery font, and as we assemble just the particles of how this is built, it is coming together into something. This in Camden, Weber Camden, in North Minneapolis, is a space of intuition. It's a place where I'm making Mystery Font 42 open to it. Essentially, it is distributed more or less as a video podcast and can live as a program, a television show, or series. And the guest performances and artist segments are meant to also be able to live on their own. The small segments, like a cabaret or variety show, that's how this is meant to go, such that going into this opening, we might find you sharing something you want us to be exposed to, or that in this portal you might be telling your story. Maybe you have a story that can be part of the falsehood. I'm looking for performers for roles in a theater piece with some songs and glow effects that are fun to create and to work with in three-dimensional space, and creating that now and looking for a cast that is mostly of the global majority, and want to look at stories that I, as a white man, can only talk about parts of, in terms of having, I can more easily play the role of an oppressor, say of an ancestor of mine in many ways, and I want to be a part, I want the mystery font to be a part and central to a culture of abolition and creating a safer, better, more humane world that actually leans into what America has said it is, and kicking off the training wheels and the little extra boosts for white people, making sure that everybody has boosts and opportunities and sabbaticals and support and belief in them, all of us, everyone. And here, this is a space where I foster leaning into intuition, and I think for me that's helpful in healing and understanding myself as a human being and as a neurodivergent human being. And because I am an artist and tune into what's going on around me and process that, and that is part of how I am creating music and story and conceiving of what's happening in the world and making sense of it, I need a place like the Mystery Font where I can be alone and also can invite people to come and be in communion and make stuff together, or experience something that I've shared, or share something that they have and want others to see. And so that's what I'm doing here, actually. And the falsehood is not just talking about nasty and difficult and awful stuff. It's also talking about the things that have been lost and robbed and could be if we move oppression and lies and punishment that is unnecessary and cruel and unusual out of the way, where we have simply programmed it in needlessly. And instead of capitalizing upon need and vulnerability, we would be just wiser and more humane, and I think probably just like better off in terms of everything, in terms of wealth, in terms of people flourishing, figuring out what they want to do and really making amazing contributions and making cool stuff and food that tastes awesome and isn't dangerous. And we could figure a lot of stuff out if we weren't running for our lives with the same level of assistance to predators running after people that we have. I mean, if we can just take down the support for predators a bit, if we can remove fostering by the shape of culture the idea that it should be scary and dangerous, and if you make a mistake or make the wrong choice, you deserve to be in a bad position and people shouldn't help you. It's a really terroristic shape, the shape of our need demonizing capitalism. And since human need is, in a secular sense, sacred, we are a cannibalistic culture for no reason. There's no good, no just reason for it. Being addicted to generational trauma coming from mistaken ideas within religion, things that can be evolved from, which we have been evolving from, out of? Might we not be the reinforcements of God's imagination if there were a God that brought us here? Would we not be the reinforcements of that imagination, potentially? Is that not possibly a thing that could be? And if it is, why not lean into feeling what that means for us as beings, actually? Who are we? If in fact we are, when we really get down to it, a special kind of sensing organism that can do things and is here to do things, is about the doing of things that are not really charted in many of our cards of report and earned wages and awards and strokes. We are really an amazing sentience, and we're creating difficulties that are unbelievable that we accept. Scarcity that is fomented and need not be at all. We are the reality distortion fielding. Our distortions we take in with us, wielding. We are the reality distortion fielding. Here, it comes to mind to mention reality distortions are all around us. We all have suspensions of disbelief, and that's part of how we foster and adopt belief and challenge and grow. And it's how we tell ourselves we can do the impossible sometimes. But can it also be how we do the unthinkable?
I made a speech. I looked out. The field was, it looked like a million and a half people. They showed a field where there were practically nobody standing there.
The new White House press secretary, Sean Spicer, gave his first press briefing. He was also highly critical of some media organisations of the way he felt they had misrepresented the number of people who'd attended Friday's inauguration ceremony.
No one had numbers because the National Park Service, which controls the National Mall, does not put any out. This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period, both in person and around the globe.
It does not excuse, and you did not answer the question.
I did answer
your question. No, you did not. You did not answer the question of why the president asked the White House press secretary to come out in front of the podium for the first time and utter a falsehood. Why did he do that? It undermines the credibility of the entire White House press office on day one.
Don't be so overly dramatic about it, Chuck. You're saying it's a falsehood, and Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts to that.
This was the largest ever. This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period, both in person and around the globe.
Well, we might be able to do something here that I like to refer to as radio, science, brain. This is the ride. This is Elysian with shapes I coincide and spread my tessellation aside. I mind imagination may begin. I with my voice, with my rhyme, with my nose, choice, intonation, it's noise. I hope it's nice and noise. I hope it has a flow. I hope it is choice. Imagination aid might contain this courageous, brave, brave. I wake your voice is always brave this way. Everyone is brave to say imagination may begin to play. Radio science brain, come came to play imagination maybe game to play imagination. Mind made is contagious. I wager the same. Radio science came to make amazing aim into aim. Radio science brain imagination may materialize the main line of imagination aid, of imagination aid. pages. You are the main line of imagination. Mind may contain radio science brain, particle matter wave. You are the mind this makes the impossible behavior possible. We have the enclosure, we have the knowledge. No, you're the imagination. Aim the mind needs to liaise. Radio science brain. My mind may to play. Mind may come came today and asked your name and the way you want the game to start, so we know we start the same way. Radio science brain, we are the mindless capable aid, we are the kindness played, this to wait and imagine it wave, waking wax out and wave. Radio science brain, innate relay mind. May this ache this way, your radio science brain contain this relay, particular traits, parallel against hate, parallel against pain. Radio science brain, imagination, aid mind made. This calendar emancipate. Radio science brain, this chronicle relates. Radio science brain, mind freights. Particle matter wave, radio science brain. Your creature creates. You're the armature of radio science brain, this freight that you steward now to then. You are the aspect, a pen ascending the friends, this moment to the future then. Radio science brain, Radio science brain, Germain. This is no abdication, this is your activation. Radio science brain, it's brain's elation. That was one pass through Radio Science Brain. Bloop, bloop, bloop. It also might, at some other times, there's going to be a noise here. Something is itchy on me, and golly, I want to get it off of me. Some little hair or something. I'm just gonna, on the off chance that worked. Thanks for letting me make a little bit of noise, everybody. Oh, well, I'm making quite a lot of noise. Hopefully it is, something you find well employs. Previously on Radio Science Brain, That is, this is an earlier era of music for Radio Science Brain. It is now arriving intact aerial landing. Radio Science Brain, Radio Science Brain, mind made the same. Radio Science Brain, mind made the same, mind made the same. It's animated, relay the mind made the same. Radiate and befriend its nodes. Nature is the game, comes to play. Creature we want you to make. Radio Science Brain, emancipation at main. We are connected, we are projected, we are the field netted, we are the mindless made, disabled field as play. Radio Science Brain, mind made the same into capable aid. We are the mindless made this operate, it comes actuate. Radio Science Brain, the mind that made it. Particle matter wave be named. From the field love exclaims Radio Science Brain. Radio Science Brain, Radio Science Break. Imagination ache. You are the radiation, you are the radiation, you are the radiation of love's imagination. You are the radiation, 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 you are the radiation of love's imagination. You are more than the mind, you are the mind awakened. Radio Science Brain, imagination, a mind made be nature, your creation, Radio Science Brain, the kind capable ace. The mindless makes space. Contagious as made, thus it mages main cusp. Contained, it's us, it's us, it's us, the muster. We must muster the thunder, thunder, thus we are the mountainous. We are new colossus, maintain Radio Science Brain, mind particle matter wave, particle matter wave, particle matter wave, be named. Radio Science Brain, imagination may be gained to play particle matter wave, radio science brain. Now like there's things to say, we know now make behave like we are tidal wave. Imagination may this rave. May this rave contain the aspect of radio science brain. Imagination may be game to play. This is the mindless made. This contain actuantate. This is the mindless made. Mind to aim into aid parade. Mind made me this way, I can't fade. The pine on this, I won't whine, I like minus. I like minus, my happiness is that I am this way. I am my own mess, contagious. Radio science brain, mind made this aim, an ache that's humane, an ache that's humane. Radio science brain, this is the curious part that's in all of us. I'm calling New Colossus on all of us at once. Might be game in us, might be saying in us, we have all we need to destroy or create this obvious vision experiment. This obvious vision, it's here and yet. This obvious, or maybe it's not near enough. It's obvious, or maybe it's fear itself we've put on a stage in front of what we'd come to trust. Radio science brain, mind made this aim, be nature. Be nature, your creature aims to be, to make, aim to be this creature, your creation. Your brain frame has in dilation. What are you bringing? What are you ringing? What is this springing thing? What is this rotating plate upon which you've been meditating? You are the resonation of that thing. You are bringing something. Radio science brain, imagination aid, mind made this plate spinning now in your mind, how your mind tolerates to find. Radio science brain, how you ameliorate, how you synthesize and create. Spinning plate, all that ideate. You are the science craving, imagine it waving and not craving, not in vain. It is saying what you want, what you see as refrain. Radio science brain, imagination made. Imagination ace, you are the sentient freight. Deliver you to they. You are waiting there to say, I knew you were me delivery. Especially, it's imagine a wave, waking wax out of a wane. Radio science brain, imaginate. Radio science brain, particle matter wave, be named. Your spinning plates relate to the main line of imagination. Comes to play, comes into reality safely some way. Be named Radio Science Brain. You made this day, you made this creation this way. Radio Science Brain, the mind main. Radio Science Brain, your mind main. Yes. What is it? What is it that we see when we look? And how do we know? How do we interrogate ourselves? How do we interrogate the way we interrogate? Not with suspicion, with wonder. With aim and less blunder. How do we come together and not go under? How does America fight the Nazis in 2023 and never surrender? How do we save democracy no matter what thunder? How do we foster actual liberty and pursuit of happiness? Who is the falsehood? Who is the falsehood? And will we see an end of this punishment? This strange ability to perturb our expectations and degrade us so that we think less of ourselves, that we think we can't face the crimes of the past and have to hide them from children. Or that we don't realize people who are hiding crimes from children are trying to indoctrinate them into being predated upon by the same crimes. Who is the falsehood? You are in an abusive relationship. Shocking boundary violations are one common grooming tactic of a narcissist or dark triad personality. If someone in your life points into a camera knowing you'll be looking at the view screen and pulls their finger like a trigger, looking into your eyes, saying, I could shoot someone in the street and not lose anyone, it is a good indicator of a bad situation. You are in an abusive relationship. Who has leveraged and climbed upon a fog of falsehood
has dawned the falsehood. Who is the falsehood? You are in an abusive relationship. Shocking boundary violations.
Yes. Shocking boundary violations. Yes, yes. Everywhere. Yes, everywhere. I mean, It's interesting. I'll be thinking about that until next time, I guess. It's worth considering when we see, when we're blown away, when we're off our toes on our heels, when we're triggered. Has there been a shocking boundary violation? Is someone suddenly degrading you for no reason? Is suddenly someone screaming and throwing nude photos into a hall that's normally reserved for issues with some amount of respect and decorum and solemnity because we're doing real serious things like governance? If there is strange lynch mob brain syndrome like behavior just happening out of nowhere, it may be worth hearing what people are saying, but it also just may be someone trying to start a lynch mob by utilizing the same Ku Klux Klan tactics of angry, pearl-clutching white suspicion, which some people still fall for. But no one has to. The falsehood need not endanger us. Beware of things like the dreaded and yet somewhat pervasive MAGA retrader greed. The greed of wanting to sow sedition a second time to finish a coup. The greed of a retrader. The greed of a person using a Ku Klux Klan slogan, "Make America Great Again," under a Ku Klux Klan slogan, "America First," with a Ku Klux Klan cheerleader like Donald Trump and a Ku Klux Klan cheerleader like Ron DeSantis and a Ku Klux Klan cheerleader like Sarah Huckabee and a Ku Klux Klan cheerleader like Greg Abbott and a Ku Klux Klan cheerleader like Marjorie Taylor Greene. These virulent, toxic and murderous, bloodthirsty traitors. Seem to have become carriers for the particle of cancer, of hate and bigotry. And that needs healthcare and accountability. So just beware, if there's anything you can do to help bring Marjorie Taylor Greene or any of these virulent, infected, white terrorists to healthcare or to justice, planet Earth and all of our inhabitants, including those of us here in America, will thank you. No one needs to be subjected to the cruel and unusual punishment of MAGA retrader greed. Just a friendly public service announcement from a friendly person in public. And you are also, I take it, friendly people in public. And hopefully we're also friendly in private. Good gracious. That's a lot, right? And I mean, here we are. Mr. Rogers only did everything that he could. But then we go on being adults, and we go on having emotions and difficult big ones, and we're realizing that the generation that Mr. Rogers helped us make it through, that he was the great anomaly, that few, if any, men in that era had any ability to modulate their emotions, know themselves as people, and be holistically balanced individuals, able to self-regulate, not in terms of clamping themselves down with a torture device that made them not scream too much and make eye contact and be quiet and be a good factory worker, but to actually holistically calibrate and find a way to be who you are in the world. You get to be who you are. I like you the way you are. And if there's something about the way that you are that's harming the world, then I still like you the way you are. But see that you have something that maybe can be parsed, that maybe you don't need the thing that hurts us to know that you're safe being you. But in any case, when we can't get along, there's space here. There's enough. There's enough space, there's enough resources, there's enough kindness. And you are a kindness welcome. This is the Mystery Font, and here as you are. All the best.